Welcome to the Production Records Training Module, presented by the Maine Department of Education Child Nutrition Programs. In this presentation, we will go over what a production record is, when they are required, the advantages of using production records, and how to properly complete production records. Keeping production records is a federal requirement for all schools participating in a federally funded nutrition program, including the School Breakfast Program, the National School Lunch Program, and After-School Snack Program. They support the claim for reimbursement by documenting that the meals planned and served meet the meal pattern requirements. Production records provide a daily written history of all the food planned, prepared, and served. They provide you with a student selection history. They help forecast production requirements. They help minimize overproduction and food waste, and they provide you with a very cost-effective management tool. The production record used in this presentation is a sample that is available on our website. It is not required that you use this specific production record. You are welcome to use this one, modify it to meet your needs, or develop your own, as long as the required information is available. Let's start looking at some of the requirements of a food production record. Keep in mind that these items can be pre-filled. There's the site information. This would include the date, the site name, the grade group, the meal you're serving, and whether or not you operate offer versus serve. Your planned menu. This is all menu items, including milk and condiments. Recipe or product name, portion size, and how each item credits, and then your planned number of servings. Remember to include students and adults in this number. Let's take a look at our menu of the day. Here we have a hamburger on a whole wheat bun with cheese, lettuce, and tomato. We're going to serve that today with tater tots, choice of apples and bananas, and then your choice of low-fat white or chocolate milk. Now that we know our planned menu, let's start filling out our production record. In the top left, you can see that we have already filled out the date, the preparation site. We've indicated that we're operating offer versus serve, and that we are serving grades K through 8. Next to that, we have taken our planned menu and filled it out at the top of the production record. Next, let's take our planned menu and start filling out the left-hand columns of our production record. Our cheeseburger does not have a recipe, so we are going to need to list each ingredient separately. First, we have our beef patty. This is a USDA beef patty, and according to the USDA food fact sheet, a 2.8 ounce patty will give you a 2 ounce equivalent meat alternate. Next, we will list our whole grain hamburger bun. The hamburger buns that we are using are from Bake Crafters, and according to their product formulation statement, a 2 ounce bun will give you a 2 ounce equivalent grain. We will also list our optional toppings for the cheeseburgers. We have the sliced cheese, which we're going to use the USDA American cheese, and a 1 ounce slice will give you a 1 ounce equivalent meat alternate. And then we will also include our lettuce leaf and tomato slice. You will see that nothing is listed under the crediting information because the amount of vegetable here is not enough to actually credit towards the meal pattern. So then, of course, we're going to want to list our other sides. We have our tater tots to meet our starchy veg. We're going to do a 3/4 cup serving. And then we will also offer apples and bananas. Be sure to include the count size on the packs of apples because this will indicate whether or not it credits for a full cup or only a half cup. We want to make sure we include our low-fat chocolate or 1% white milk. And we also need to include our condiments. It is really important that each item that is being served also includes a serving size, not only for crediting, but so that your staff knows how much each serving should have. If you are using this sample right as an Excel document and you are entering the credit information, it will total it for you at the bottom. This is a nice little place that you can use to double check to make sure you are meeting the meal pattern. It is extremely important that you record fruits and vegetables in volume while you record your meat alternates, and grains in ounces. The reason that we say it is important to record your fruits and vegetables in volume is that because that's how they credit. 4 ounces by weight for baby carrots is not equivalent to a half cup. 4 ounces of baby carrots is actually more close to 3/4 of a cup. Make sure your servers know which utensils are the correct ones to use. This is an example of a portion control disher size chart. If using portion control dishers to serve or portion items, it may be a good idea to have this posted throughout your kitchen for your staff to reference it. The remaining sections of the production record are completed throughout or after service. You will be recording the amount of food actually served, the amount of leftovers, and what you did with the leftovers. Any applicable production notes would also be recorded at this time. At the end of meal service, when all of the information is recorded, the kitchen manager will date and sign the daily production record. Other data that you might be recording on your production record may include food temperatures, if you're not maintaining separate food temp logs, weather conditions. Did an overnight snowstorm cause a delayed start, reducing your breakfast numbers for the day? Field trips or illnesses? Basically anything that explains why your meal counts are lower than normal. Some other things to consider when using your production records to forecast prep numbers are: is there more than one entree being offered? The number of entree offerings and popularity of entrees can impact prep numbers. Do you have a deli bar or salad bar? Can a student build their own reimbursable meal here? Make sure that you are maintaining production records for these offerings as well. It can also be very useful and helpful to your staff if you have a par sheet for your salad bars that tells them how much of each item to put out, as well as which utensil to use with it. Just a quick note about substitutions. If green salad with romaine lettuce is on the menu, but romaine is not available, it's best practice to substitute within the same vegetable subgroup. In this example, romaine was crossed out, broccoli, also from the dark green vegetable subgroup, was substituted, and a note was made in the comment section of the production record as to why the change was made. Thank you for watching this training module, and as always, you can find us online at maine.gov/DOE.